All right, so today is March 27th, 2020, and I don't know, maybe this is like day 12 of our, quarantine, our stay at home, our coronavirus, slow down the response. You have to stay at home, you have to be away from folks, social distancing, all these things, right? And honestly, I think, or I feel like the coronavirus is definitely a real thing, and I don't want to undercut the severity and the seriousness of this virus and what it's doing to humans throughout the world, but in this country. People are dying every day, like all the time. Every day on the news, it's more and more people dying. So I don't want to undercut the severity and the realness of what is actually taking place. But a person like me, I believe that things happen on like multiple levels. Like this is happening on the physical plane right here in front of us, but also on a spiritual level. The water, the tipping point has been has been boiling over for years, and I feel like this virus was the perfect storm for it all to kind of crash and crumble. 2020 has definitely been a year no one will ever forget. No one may have seen this shit coming. Especially us that are, day to day kind of focused on how we're going to pay our bills, how we're going to survive, we're raising kids, we're doing whatever, right? So this really just came and just like 180'd our whole way of life and being. And it's really starting to showcase the American spirit, I'll say. I'm not going to say the human, but I'll say the American spirit. And how we have clearly been devaluing certain people of our society. The inadequacies of our healthcare system and how people are dying not only because of the virus, but because of the bureaucracy of the healthcare system and because of the inadequate preparedness of the government. So it's on all fronts that things are kind of falling to shit. And I feel like this is our time. There has been no clearer time in my lifetime. And I've gone through 9/11. I've gone through the bailout, the 2008 financial ruin where that happened. And at the time, I was only, 21. At the time, I didn't really understand the fullness of the severity of that, but in the last 10 years, I've definitely seen what that did. That put a lot more homeless people out on the street. That gentrified a lot of this city, like a lot of cities around this country, and it has created an even more class divide, like amongst us. And I'm sorry, don't get me wrong. I'm black as black. Like I'm here for everybody, but sometimes we even have our divide over class. Like, there are a lot of black rich people who don't fundamentally see or value people of my economic status or lower. We may all be black, but we're not all clearly American, in the same way. And I think this virus has really made that clear. So many things have been canceled. Like I said, our way of life has been canceled. But like things that we like to do, go out to eat, like clear class divides too. Go out to eat, go out to concerts, just congregate and with a big crowd. Like clear class distinctions between who the fuck was actually doing that kind of shit and who is still working, or the people that are still working. So I see this as an opportunity for our country to really, shift have a fundamental shift in the way that we govern and the way that we see each other. I am very proud to say that Bernie Sanders, and don't get me wrong, we can do a whole other video about Bernie. I think I might do another video about Bernie. But Bernie Sanders has fundamentally in this presidential, because 2020 is also an election year, right? And clearly people want Donald Trump out, but they don't have a real clear idea of what to replace him with. They want to replace him with status quo Joe. And I don't know. I get, and I also get that Bernie Sanders too is a very old white man. And yeah, aesthetically, nah, I don't want to see that. But Bernie Sanders, what makes me like really fundamentally get behind Bernie Sanders is his platform, his progressive platform, his healthcare for all, Green New Deal. Like, these are the policies that I feel like will affect me in my life in the next 30 years, you know? And that's why I can get behind Bernie Sanders. Like I said, I'll do another video about the fullness of being behind Bernie Sanders. But the fact that, you know, he was out there when they were voting on the bill, shaming, you know, his political counterparts, the Republicans, because they didn't want the payments, because now they're going to give everyone, they're going to give taxpayers that's not even full. They're going to give people who filed taxes $1,200, and the Republicans thought that was too much. They thought that would incentivize people to not work. And here's the thing about unemployment. You don't get to choose not to work and then get unemployment. You have to be laid off. So the fact that these are, you know, the people determining where trillions of dollars are going, it is crazy. And I feel like this is a perfect opportunity for us to get out on the streets. And I know it's going to take people to get out on the streets. And honestly, I'm ready. Like, I'm fucking ready. I don't have any weapons. Look, I don't have any weapons, but I am, like, my spirit is there. I am ready. I have nothing else to lose. I feel like a lot of us have nothing to lose in terms of where we fit into this capitalistic society, because we're already at the bottom. The majority of us are at the bottom. Like, 10 people own as much wealth as 40 million people in this country. So I can't just, like, everything is seen through that lens for me. Like, race definitely is a whole nother subject, but in terms of this and Corona, like, I'm trying to link it all here. Like, I'm trying to link it all here. That's it, man. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about Corona, and I wanted to talk about the state that we're in and the opportunity that we have. Like, if we really tap into each other's organizing. I see organizing happening all over the country. Definitely here in Oakland, but everywhere. And it's like, it takes a crisis for us to really kind of reconcile what we all have, what we can share, our resources. But also, this crisis could also unite us, unite our collective efforts in, you know, organizing community, organizing the people, and, like, coming together. So hopefully, I don't know, this thing changes every day. All right.